Welcome back to the channel, guys. Tonight we're gonna do another gauntlet. Basically I do the gauntlet every day, so might as well show you guys my progression in it because I normally get better every day. Today I'm not really gonna focus on anything except trying to see how far I can get without doing any fancy speed swappings to get faster than anybody. I'm just going to roll with the tank and be able to change him back to team speed to heal. So I basically just want to maximize using the rune heal and see how far it can get me. So that way I can suggest to other players or not whether like it's important that they have all these bait monsters, because so far I've been telling everybody, you know, make sure you have all these bait monsters, you should level your bait monsters, you should start crafting life runes for your bait monsters, you should, you know, work on saving certain gold relics for your bait monsters. Basically you just hear me bait monster, bait monster, bait monster, bait monster, bait monster. Well, all of that ideology came before I discovered that you could even swap the runes to gain life. So basically I want to now divert some of my focus from the bait and see if I was a player who didn't have bait and I had just the rune heal method, how could I milk that better? And then I feel like in doing so I will basically get more skilled at being able to combine all of the methods together to get farther. Alright, so I'm not faster than this guy, and we could have been faster than him just to put team speed on Bombetta. After this dungeon, I'm going to rank Kodama. So, hopefully all goes well in the dungeon. I think I need still to change one move on Kodama. Yes. And while I'm in here, let's check the... It's 32. So the other day I was on 35 stamina, and I was curious if we could switch and be able to use the multi-move to gain our stamina back. We would have. It's 32, not 36. Anyway, so let's jump into trying to see how far we can milk the Bombetta idea. I want to slow that speed back down because just in case when I do start using bait monsters, I don't want them to go so fast that I can't exit in time. That would be crazy. Alright, so none of these monsters have 0 CDA moves. I learned the hard way yesterday something that I already knew, which was that water guy had 0 CDA moves. I just, for whatever reason, had forgotten. I'm sure many other people forget sometimes when a monster doesn't have 0 CDA, or, I mean, does have 0 cooldown moves. Like, I'm sure somebody's probably forgot about Dr. Watts and ran in and got tossed up. But we're not focusing on Bombetta's health at all. As long as we can keep him above, I think, 150k, the rune method will work. So what we're focused on doing here is just milking that. Whereas yesterday I was trying to be more smart about my speeds, I was trying to be more flexible, and in the end I ended up backfiring as soon as Bombetta got caught with team speed runes on and low health, and there was no way to heal him other than sacrifice 5 bait monsters. So I want to see if we can do it this way. See how far we can get. I don't think there's any reason the CDA enchants a special here. Yeah, like they'll both die in 2 turns. He's dead next turn. And I believe Brute will be dead next turn. Yeah, he'll be dead next turn too. So we basically just let everybody heal. We'll just charge his stamina back up. And everything should play out. So this guy has the same moves as the stun guy. The stun guy like copies this guy's moves, and you can't normally bait the Odana nodes because of stamina regen. So you want to be prepared on these type of nodes. think we don't even have to swap both runes to full heal our guy, but we will swap 2. I think that's, yeah, that's plenty. And then we're going to swap them back. So I don't look for this to stop working until we either get ulted or a dude becomes fast enough that he's taking 2 turns to our 1, which, I mean, 24,000 is getting close. 17 and 17 is 34, almost 35k, I guess. So at 35k, we would be totally in trouble. But we got our bomb back to full health, and I'm hoping that's going to work for, I don't know, we'll see how many nodes. We're just completely ignoring the idea of bait monsters. Alright, so him being possessed is still not something that I like. It doesn't have anything to do with his health. It has to do with him being able to give full regeneration to the other team. And I should probably take that move off of him when doing the rune heal method, because I basically just don't want him to use that on the other team, and it's actually going to cost me in this fight a whole turn of torturing, because I'm going to have to cleanse him off. But instead of healing Bombetta, I guess we're just going to go for our own torture on Bomb to make up for it. That seems logical to me, because I want them to die as fast as possible. Alright, so here I would normally be able to curse them or something, but I don't want to chance Bombetta undoing it all. So this is a way more relaxed playthrough, since we're basically just trying to test the strategy. There's nothing to worry about. The strategy's either going to work or it's not. Alright, so again, we could have healed here, but I just want to go ahead and maximize the torture since we spent a turn not torturing. And then just maybe this torture would be enough to kill him, but I don't think so. So since he's going to go again, let's just make sure the damage priority comes first. Yeah, so he's dead next turn for sure, but he's going to get one more swing, but I think we can heal out of everything he does, so. Well, he didn't even really do anything. Yeah, we're going to CDA here. It would suck to get specialed, but I mean, life's life. They're under a bunch of reductions, so hopefully the special, oh god, hopefully the special doesn't do like a ton of damage. Whoa, 400 and some K. We get the heal trigger, puts us, ooh, so close to being full health. Alright, so we could kill everybody before Bomb goes. We're just chancing here that our Bomb idea is going to miss by whatever health he has that's not max. Everybody's dead, so there's no sense in even trying to mess with it. 45,400. What's the chances? 45,400. Okay, I think it's still gonna work. He had 45,000 life. Now he's only got 42k. Oh goodness. So even when Bomb is almost dead. Alright, I want to prevent that from being able to happen again. Meaning deals moderate light damage to all enemies. That would end up going on himself. Deals low light damage to all enemies. That seems like the easiest one he could use against us. Meaning, basically I'm thinking about him being possessed, so that way I don't have to cleanse him. And I can just curse instead. And leave him possessed. Applies, this will still give taunt to himself, plus do light to himself, so I think all the light moves would be better because he's going to have Mega Taunt up. So this one is removes all negative status effects from itself. I want to keep that, and I want to switch the multiples to a single. Alright, so this is basically the best anti-possession setup I can think about. Now I need to work on getting him either a better armor or another Nabudos or something for this dungeon, meaning we got to keep his life from going under 142 every single node. This is the node where we normally get beat up by Watts, so we're going to go straight after Watts' damage output. Alright. So we've been ulted once. Let's see how many times we get ulted today. I want to get rid of... Oh, I misplayed already. We were supposed to damage reduce by 50%, guys. So my bomb's going to have to eat a nasty hit because I misplayed. Hopefully, hopefully our daze just basically saves me from the misplay. Of course not. So that should have been cut in half, meaning he should have been under the amber move. I totally brain farted, which I brain fart every day, so it's better to brain fart in the early nodes than it is the later nodes. And since he's going to eat another Dr. Watts hit, that should have been a curse, but I mean, it is what it is. Bombetta's CDA'd too, I think, so he's not going to get to heal out of the disaster he's in with that curse. Super misplay. Alright, I guess we want to reduce Dr. Watts. We want him dead as soon as possible, bro. Like, get out of here. Can I eat another hit? Yes. But we have to heal that guy. Like, there's no way around not healing Bombetta. Oh, man. So I've already misplayed huge. Yeah, there's no way out of this with him alive, bro. It's just not happening. I don't want him to go again, that's for sure. So this will be the first time where I have to use bait, because otherwise my Bombetta's gonna die on the next node. Because we didn't get his health under the, or over the 140 some K, because we used the wrong move on the start. So, and this is the perfect node for bait, because he would have died, I think, by, this guy starts with some SC craziness on our guy. So let's get in here with the bait for the first node. So nice to have all these throwaways. Alright, so since I had no idea what this guy's move's gonna be, we can just watch and find out. Anonymous gift did damage to everybody, but not much at all, huh? Alright, so the best thing to use would be a dark guy, which would be like Lindworm would make the best bait here. But Lindworm's a pretty good monster, so I want to save him. Alright, so this is going to be the official first bait that we send in. He's got 7,003, which means this guy should be taking multiple turns, but since everybody else is more than half of this guy, he won't go twice in a row, which means it should be way easier to get out of this dungeon than yesterday's bait plan was. But as we learned yesterday, we just watched under the bottom and we're waiting for two triggers. We are waiting for the mass trigger, the stab trigger, and as soon as the second trigger disappears from the bottom of the screen, the wording, we exit. So he earth weakness me. Alright, Exhausting Mass trigger, Revenge Staff trigger, and as soon as it's gone. Now he's perfectly drained. Now theoretically I probably could have drained the next guy too, but I just wanted to practice my yesterday's learning lesson. Alright, now the reason why we baited this node wasn't because we thought we were going to get killed. It's just because we weren't able to heal our Bombetto with the rune trick method, meaning his life was over. Well, let's find out. I'm pretty sure his life, since it was only at 98,000, won't go back to full health. Yeah, so see how it won't go back to full health. I need to think about team speed or team life. How does team life work? Because team life would increase his maximum life more. So it's like the opposite effect. I need to think that out off camera and figure out how like using team life might help him be able to heal, like, but I'm not sure. Yeah, so since he's going to be able to heal this node, we just got to get him back over the 142 threshold. That's the game plan. Meanwhile, the regular game plan is to beat these dudes up. Alright, so one's immune to curse and one was immune to torture. Definitely want to get all of that off before anything else. Nobody has 0 CDA moves, at least not to my knowledge. We will not get 2 turns with Bombetta, so we're going straight to the heal. I'm pretty sure even if dude goes again in turn order before Kodama, he does. I need to write down his speed so that I'm aware of how fast it needs to be to go before my Kodama on that turn. 24,649. Yeah, taking a note of that just so that way I don't have to worry about it next time. I'll know that my guy is going to get 2 turned before Kodama goes, which it might be different tomorrow because we're going to rank our guy. Unless we do the dungeon before our guys finish ranking. But I'm hoping that we're going to torture this guy out and he's not going to get to hit anyway. Yep, since we put the curse on first, it makes a giant difference. And here, we don't want to chance anybody specialing us, especially not while they're already damage reduced. I guess technically I could have removed those debuffs, but I was confident that it didn't matter. Alright, so now we rune heal our guy. Alright, now this puts us... How fast did I say that guy had to be? 24,649, so he's not fast enough to take 2 turns, as far as I know. And our Bombetta will actually get 2 turns. So even if we did get hit, we could use one of those turns to drop the torture anyway. And he's going to possess us because he has the Antsies or whatever that... and Nazis, however you say his name, the guy we fought earlier, he has his skill set, So that's why he poisons us. But we went ahead and changed all of our Bombetta's moves to where if he does any of them while possessed, they don't really hurt us. So I just want to come after their stamina. We can Noxious them next. We will get 2 turns with Bombetta. So I mean, it's really just a matter of choice what we want to do here. I think, well, the most damage that Bomb can do is hit himself with that possession, as far as I know. The AoE and like sunburn himself is like the most he can do, and if that is what he does, we can clean it off and heal him next turn. So let's go for the Curse Everybody, and then the Noxious Demons. Basically just want to kill that guy before he regains his torture immunity. That was my overall thinking. See, all these moves, none of them hurt ourselves. Yeah, see? So we're completely prepared for possession now with Bombetta. Completely new strategy. First day using it. You guys get to learn from my progress, hopefully. Alright, so here we're just stacking, you know, another torture. I think that guy is in pretty big trouble when it's his turn. It's a 20%, right? Yeah. I'm almost positive if we just go for this instead of the CDA, that dude's toast. Even if he wasn't toast, I think we could eat the hit. And Nora's toast next turn. We don't have to do anything. And he's toast next turn as well. We don't have to do anything. So let's go ahead and charge. Check him just to be sure. It's only a 20% being removed from him next turn, though. But he's under all that damage reduce. We could technically, theoretically, make sure he's dying, but 20 with a quicksand and a poison, that's 35. Yeah, I think he's dead. Honestly think he's dead. If he's not dead, I think I should be alright too. Let's find out. Oh, well, we get to go again anyway, just to make sure. Our bomb is not at full health, so we will swap to 1 rune. Now he is. $21,954. So Blazinger will go before either of our monsters if we do it this way. And so will Van Daken. But Van Daken has a 0 move and a possession move. And I'm not really sure what else. So I want a detour. And on this detour, I want to check out my Blazinger. He's going to do the... I've almost always seen him do this one. Deals moderate metal damage to all enemies. Applies Navarius to all enemies. Gives anticipation to itself. Metal is good against what, right? Light. That could KO my Bombetta, maybe? Yeah, so Kidnap Saint into that anticipation move could be the end of Bombetta's life if we let it go down that way. Alright, so with it set up like this, I think everybody will... This guy will kill everybody, or 0 damage everybody, and then he kills everybody, and Black Feather comes back to life, and then maybe gets to go. I don't think it's worth me taking the Uriel Essence off, so I'm just doing this so that I can bring in Manny to drain both Blazinger and Van Daken, just to save my Bombetta from getting killed by both of them going. Alright, so see how he has a single move, and he has AoE moves? That's the whole point of why you don't bring in a bait team, thinking that you're just going to, like, bait Van Daken. Van Daken might not even hit your bait monster. So bringing in throwaways allows me now to only bring in one monster as bait. Alright, so now that I've brought in throwaways, we have the ability to just bring in one bait monster, and this bait monster is capable of draining 2 monsters after being damaged, and since Van Daken is capable of hitting 1 monster or all monsters, this is a better play. So the real risk here is that Van Daken does a 0 damage move, doesn't get his stamina drained, but I don't think the same's said about Blazinger. No matter what, Blazinger's getting drained. Everybody goes before my Manny would go again. So that means the turn order would be Van Daken, then Blazinger, then Van Daken again. So, and then this guy. So I just want to exit as soon as I see the second trigger on Blazinger. So I'm not worried about Van Daken. And then hopefully as soon as this Blazinger attacks, it doesn't kill me. Okay, perfect. 1 trigger. 2 trigger. Gone. That was so close he barely lived. Gonna have to rank him so that I can use him on later nodes when they go against Blazinger. Alright, now this should be an easy peasy. Alright, so everybody is drained. He is not 24,600, so hopefully we're not reducing that number down on my notepad, and this guy's not going to get 2 turns to our Kodama. Interesting that they somehow have 1 stamina. I guess I only drain 179. Alright, so we want to kill them as fast as we can before that artifact trait comes back. Which should be easy since our Bombetta didn't even get touched. So Van Daken will go this time before our Kodama goes again. But I think the tortures are going to be enough because we're also torturing with Bombetta. Meaning he'll charge on one of those turns and then he'll be dead on the other. Yeah, so to the best of my knowledge, he's dead. He's dead. I don't need to curse anyone. This guy has just been so slow, he hasn't got his turns yet, but that doesn't mean he's gonna do anything. Here, I don't mind just going ahead and adding some damage to that guy. Perfect. So everyone is juiced up for the next node. Alright, so Simus is going to see the AR bomb, meaning he's not going to get to heal. And she's 23-8, so we might be adding a new thing to the notepad, but I hope not. Alright, so we should even be safe from the bleed trigger. We'll get 2 turns because of Brutalizer with our Bombetta. But he's CDA'd, so it's not like the second turn matters much. Or the first turn, I mean. Here I definitely want to drop them as fast as possible. Alright, so how fast was she again? 23-8. 16 means we get 2 turns with Kodama before she doubles. Meaning the second turn is our last before they make a crazy move. How low do we get her with it though? She's gonna eat all these tortures. I don't think she can really eat all the tortures in my honest opinion. So I'm risking it. Like, I do think we technically put a 0 CDA move on Bob, so we could technically punch her now, I think. Yeah, oh, that's too funny, bro. Too funny. Take your second turn now, chickie. That's hilarious. Alright, so we dropped the extra torture. She's definitely toast, yeah. It really would suck for Bombetta to be under that 142 from a bleed trigger, but what can you do, you know? We just get rid of it. $52K. I wish I could see the cost of all these moves. Is 52's enough, right? To go into the next node, I think. I mean, is this guy really even gonna die next turn? He's not, is he? Well, we can punch him with Bombetta's 0 move, which actually should be boosted damage. Man, I just don't know how low we were supposed to take this guy's stamina. 52. I wish I could click this move, the Dead Tree. I highly doubt Dead Tree costs more than 52, so I'm just doing it. And then I'm just going to punch this guy to help make sure he's going down. I don't want to reset his curse. Alright, so we just gotta pray Kodama's move. Doesn't cost that much. Wow, another Blazinger node. Alright, so as far as I know, Moonhaze doesn't do a bunch of damage. Moonhaze is definitely fast enough to where we might only get the 1 turn, because 23 is 2 turns. So, might only be 1 turn. I just need to go check Kodama's move. Alright, we're at 52 and it costs 49, so we hit that pretty close to almost going broke. And then the question is, how many turns will we get with the light bulb to be able to heal? I can't afford to bait this node with throwaways. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 monsters left, which means I have 3 throwaways, 2 bait monsters, or 2 bait teams. And we're already at 210 dust made from just rune healing bomb, meaning the only time we used a bait team was because the rune healing bomb didn't work, meaning that's been the focus of tonight's playthrough. So this time I think we're just gonna risk the biscuit. He's got 19k strength versus almost 600k life bomb, plus whatever damage Moonhaze deals. What's the most damage Moonhaze can deal? No damage. Alright, so it's a 1 enemy and 1 enemy. So he could do a big 1 enemy possess, or a big 1 enemy mega stun. Yeah, so all of his hits are 1 enemy. The multi ones don't do any damage. So we're really just risking it in here. I don't have like whichever one, heavy duty armor or whatever, where he starts the fight with a bunch of armor. Even that gold relic would come in handy. But either way, let's just hope that Moonhaze doesn't one-hit single for a lot and Blazinger doesn't finish him off. If they do, then our 8 monsters gets reduced down to 6 monsters, because we can bring in just 2 throwaways, and then we can bring in 1 monster, so that's a total of 3, bringing us to 5, bringing our main team. So yeah, we're just gonna play this one out and pray. Hopefully he does an AoE for 0 damage. That's what we're really hoping on. Nope, he did a big single. He did his biggest single that he had, so holy cow. He didn't do the anticipation move. Alright, so as far as I know, we can remove that and heal. As far as I know. Alright, we don't have a choice here on move selection. Pretty straightforward when it's reduced that much. Alright, so here's where we make our choice to heal Bombetta, I think. Or not move or heal him, but cleanse him. So that way, even if this Moonhaze gets to go again, it's not going to be a dramatic hit. We just don't want that Blazinger to turn his artifact back on. That's the one thing I don't want. Alright, so if I stack this torture plus 1 more torture, Would it be enough to kill Moonhaze? Or do we just risk letting Moonhaze get a turn and we heal this Bombetta? That's the dilemma that I'm having right now, because I don't get to drain Moonhaze stamina anymore, which means Moonhaze goes after Tabora. Tabora can drop either the curse or the damage reduction, and this guy could drop the torture or heal. So I think the smarter thing to do is here is just play it safe and heal. And I'm really not sure about... Blazinger could special on his last turn. So it almost makes me wonder if I should be quicksanding them and major reduction instead of curse. But I'm going for the curse. It could backfire. We'll find out. This guy's only got big single hits. So, I mean... Yeah, and he used a single that missed. So... It worked out okay for us. I don't think we have enough juice to kill Blazinger. So I'm definitely... Yeah. He gets his artifact back, so this could go nasty. Yeah, this could go real nasty. Pretty sure the one guy's dead. And I don't want to take his health that low. I can't take his stamina that low. If I take his stamina that low, we're not beating the next node. That's all there is to it. That puts him in death range to my Tabora for sure. So I think that's the smartest play, is just punch him, then take a hit from him, and then let Tabora... Oh, shit. Well, that didn't work the way we had anticipated. Oh, for crying out loud, game. If we don't hit him with a damage move, we're dead anyway, so... Let's just use whichever one costs the least. 66, 49 is the least. Wow, such a rough node. Oh well. Free to play is not that bossy. Yeah, this is a node where I normally get blown out by Van Daken anyway, so it's cool that we're bringing in bait. Alright, so my thought process here when using the little bit of bait monsters that I have left without wanting to use my best bait monsters, since I still have more nodes to go, is this guy is fire, so he shouldn't be weak to Van Daken, but this guy can easily give somebody fire weakness, I think. Which this guy here is immune to weaknesses. So I'm thinking that's what makes him the best here. Or actually, he's not immune to weaknesses yet. He's only 120. So this could totally get us blown out, meaning dude could give us weakness to fire and then kill us in one hit and we don't get any drains. But the only other thing that I have is we use... Lindworm, which is a pretty crucial bait monster since he can wear 10 life runes. We could use him, actually. Maybe it's correct to use Lindworm on this node because the next two are light nodes and he's extremely weak versus light, which means he could end up dying. But he could also be my bomb replacement on my main team. So I really have to think this over. And as I said in yesterday's video, it's better to start thinking about like what's the worst case scenario instead of panicking while things are falling apart. So the worst case scenario is I take the Ignis and I take the Henrich in, and Van Daken gets a fire trigger, and then he kills them both. So then let's say Henrich and Van Daken are dead, or I mean Henrich and Ignis are dead. What would I do next? I would bring in Heiss and Lindworm. Now, in the best case scenario, let's say it works, and these two drain their, or it works and these two drain his stamina all the way. Then we use Lindworm, Kodama, and Tabora on the following node. As our main team. He's got 28, which means he's faster than any of the first turners that we've dealt with, which means he's going to allow my Kodama one turn, and then he's going to go twice in a row to Kodama. So having Lindworm where all team speed might reduce that possibility. I'm not sure. But if I can get this node done, then that's good enough to me. So let's try it this way. And if this doesn't work, then Lindworm goes in this spot. And since both of these monsters are super slow, 11, 38, and 9, he would take multiple turns. But these two are faster, which means he's not going to get a second turn to his own teammates to be able to recharge. I don't know Zorky's moves. Zorky might have the ability to give him some stamina, so I still just want to leave as soon as Van Daken takes his turn and gets... we got 2 relic triggers of traps for... let's see, 160-ish, and then we got a mask for 180-ish, which is 360, so I think that's plenty. Let's just hope. Alright, so we got a trap trigger, a mask trigger, a trap trigger, and we leave. Alright, so the problem here is Kodama is not going to get any stamina off of his mask trigger. Meaning I could end up doing one move and being out of stamina. So it's very good that we're going to bring Lindworm. Alright, so with this setup, I have the Cane of Atlantis on, since my Kodama will not get a stamina gain trigger off of them being too low of stamina, because after Van Daken heals, I think he's only going to heal to half, which isn't enough. He has to be more than half. So first my Tabora goes, or first his Van Daken goes, charges, then my Tabora goes, removes all of their immunities, and then my Kodama goes and poison drain them, and then Van Daken is set to take 2 turns to everybody else's 1 turn. Makes me think I curse them, baby them, but I don't know that lineup. I don't know how well that lineup works. So if we CDA them and we get specialed, I mean, that's a wrap any way you look at it, unless we move Uriels or something. But what can I do with this Lindworm to prevent that? If I give him another team speed... So as is, I don't have another team speed because my team speed is in the crafter for Rune Lords being turned back into a team speed just for a flip. So I'm going to have to run it like this, and what I'm thinking we do is we just turn transfer back to Kodama once Lindworm goes, and then we drain the stamina again, but his stamina will already be drained, and if that's the case, we're just going to stack an extra torture with, we'll figure it out in the middle of the fight, I guess. There's nothing else I can do. I'm all in at this point. Alright, so we will get a relic trigger because for whatever reason he's been going to 1. So 141 is more than half, which means when I hit him with Kodama, I will gain stamina. And then everybody can gain it back, which means if I turn transfer to Kodama, I can drain him again. So this is looking pretty sweet. And since we're not CDAing, the chances of us getting alted should be reduced by a lot. Alright, so the thing is, Kodama is going to get another turn anyway, so what good does it do for me to pass turn to Kodama? It doesn't do any good in my opinion. I think I should pass turn to Tabura so that I can get both of my tortures off before they get their turn, and then just drain them with Kodama, and it should be enough to kill them in my honest opinion. So we're going to turn transfer there. And then we're going to set up with double tortures. And then we're going to drain them again. Yeah, and that curse is going to double and he's going to die on his next turn. Same with that guy. But he alts. Get out of here. Oh my goodness. How do we get alted again? Okay, so a heal would have been fantastic. Nobody heals though. I got no way to heal my dude, bro. I don't like this game no more. What is he weak to? Special weakness? Yeah, so with no way to heal my dude, we just let the curse do its thing. Yeah, since we're not going to get a stamina trigger next turn, we could reset the curses and try to put them in baby, but again, none of these guys heal, so we're going to use the life heal method on Kodama next turn, I guess. I have no idea what the real plan is here. Alright, so we've been alted on 49, and we've been alted earlier. Let's just go in here and see how high the next speed guy is, because it's probably too high for us to deal with. 2625. Yeah. It is too high. 30k. 20k. Definitely have to bait the node. I don't own any monsters that are surviving a hit for Muchi. So the only way for me to beat this node is reviving. I just don't see me beating this node. Alright, so here's my only shot at actually beating the node. It is to come with a super fast Kodama and just try to deny with Kodama and turn transfer with Lindworm. It would have worked better if I had an extra speed or team speed for Lindworm, and I don't. So everybody goes before him, but what I'm hoping I can do here is bait Moonhaze, and it might cost me a max of 4 monsters to bait Moonhaze. Alright, so these are my bait monsters saving just Heist back, meaning Heist is the only one left over that's a bait monster. So what I want to do is pray that Moonhaze doesn't hit my Seaquake, because if Moonhaze hits my Seaquake, Moonhaze won't lose any stamina. Then Moochie will go and kill my other 2 dudes in 1 hit. This one only has 316k. He has 372k life. So the fact that he has the most HP might make Moonhaze target him. If Moonhaze does an AoE, then nobody gets hurt. So nobody gets drained. And then that makes me bring in just Heist. So the plan is basically to bring Heist in, but we're hoping that Moonhaze is going to at least get drained once here, so that way when I bring Heist in, we can drain Moonhaze the rest of the way. It doesn't help that all 3 of my monsters, Seaquake, Craster, and Heist, are all mask relics, and I only have 1 mask that drains, so that's really the catch here that's got me hemmed up. So basically, worst case scenario is Moonhaze single targets our Seaquake, and then dude kills us off. So I think it's best that I move the mask over to the 372k life guy. In case that does happen, that increases the chances that Moochie will actually not kill this guy in 1 hit, and the life will, and the relic will trigger. Alright, so now, worst case scenario, Moonhaze hits our Craster, doesn't drain any stamina, or Moonhaze AoEs everybody, doesn't drain any stamina, and then Moochie goes and kills everybody in 1 hit, doesn't drain any stamina, and then we're bringing in Heist to drain 180, and then we're bringing in our team and getting beat up, basically. So, let's do it. Oh yeah, let me check the speeds. No matter what, this guy's going, Moochie goes second, so I don't have to exit fast. Like, if Moochie doesn't kill my team in a hit, Tanya will. Like, all their dudes are going in turn sequence order before mine, so we can actually just watch this one and pray. Cross our fingers and pray. Okay, that did not drain stamina, so it's the same damn worst case scenario. Yeah, like, he's gonna drain 180 stamina from either Moonhaze or Moochie. He can't do them both. There's nothing else he can do. There's nothing else I can do. If I brought in Lindworm 2, it's the same problem. Like, Moonhaze kills Lindworm 1 hit. He reses. Moochie kills them both. Like, nothing changes, so we'll just drain the 180 stamina and pray for the best. Exhausting mass triggered. So we got 2 of his moves plus a 180 mask off of him. Somehow magically, by the luck of the luck and the luck, bro, that was all the stamina that he had. Like, what? We get a fighter's chance. Oh my goodness. Alright, so what's going down with our fighter's chance here? He's fast enough to where he goes before Moonhaze gets a second turn. But he is not. So the turn order is going to be Moonhaze. He's going to charge. Then Kodama is going to drain that charge. And then Muchi is going to go and charge. And then Tabora is going to go and... What do we do with Tabora? We remove everything? Or do we curse because we're super scared of anything they can do? Then Tanya goes and charges. Then Lindworm goes and passes turn. Back to Kodama, who Noxious Demons them all. Right? Like that's... Oh man, this is going to be an intense battle. If I beat this is going to be so much fun. Alright, I think everything's played out just perfect. Like, we're not going to get any relic heals off of Kodama, but if we get stamina hurt, we'll get them off of Kane. Alright, here we go. So he charges. They all have Harden. I don't like that, so we should probably go for that. Well, no matter what, we want to dot them before we do anything else, and thank goodness it landed on all of them. What? I never even planned on that. No, bro. No, I thought we had this. No. Why did Kodama have to be out of health, bro? I thought it was just on regaining stamina. I didn't even think about get monsters. Okay, well that's the end of it, guys. So we got to like what, node 48 before we had to lose our bomb beta. So anyway, stay tuned tomorrow. Tomorrow we might do the back to school dungeon instead of the gauntlet, because this, I believe, is my last ranking monster. Or actually, I could rank right now. I have this guy and this guy for the back to school dungeon that we could rank, but I think we're just gonna stick Kodama in the ranker tonight as soon as we change those runes back. Or wait, you can't use a monster that's ranking in the gauntlet. So tomorrow I'm going to do the gauntlet as early as possible, guys, and then I will rank Kodama. Alright, so I'll leave my ranker open for one day. That's, or half of a day technically. That's not, it's only like 8 hours from gauntlet reset, I think. So anyway, thanks to everybody who's been watching the channel. Stay tuned tomorrow for another video. Later.